This question starts off by asking us to complete a table for y equals x cubed minus 6x minus 5. It's a calculator question, so the best thing to do is use the table function. You don't have to, you can substitute the numbers in, but the table function is quite quick and it's really, like, you can really make sure you don't make any mistakes. So if you go to menu and then along to table, your calculator might be slightly different, but perhaps hopefully it's got its own sort of table function. I'm going to press equals, I can press 3, and now I can type in my function. So I want to use x, here it is, so I'm going to do alpha x, and that'll give me the x, and then I want to raise that to the power of 3. I'm going to press right to move along because I don't want it to be superscript anymore. Minus 6 alpha x minus 5. Okay, I'm not interested in doing another function at the same time, so I'm going to press equals. My start is going to be 0, and my end is going to be 4. Sorry, I went off this page, but I just pressed equals to go down, then 4, and I want to go up by 1 every time. There we go. So I can see I get my minus 10, my minus 9, and my 4, and then in between I've got minus 5, and at the end I've got 35. So no need to show any other working, that's absolutely fine. Okay, between which two consecutive integers is there a solution to the equation x cubed minus 6x minus 5 equals 0? Give a reason for your answer. The reason, okay, just very quickly, I'm assuming you've sort of seen these topics before, but maybe not. Maybe the graph looks a bit like this somewhere, and it's negative down here, it's positive here, and it's 0 here. And what we're looking for, therefore, is a sign change. Where is it going from negative to positive? And in this case, we see it's between 2 and 3. A solution will lie between x equals 2 and x equals 3 because there is a sign change. There is, forgive my pen, there is a sign change between these values. Okay, it's going from minus 9 to 4. At some point between the values, it must be 0. It doesn't just jump up. We call this a continuous function. It's like minus 9 and 4. It must be 0 somewhere in between. Choose a value of x between the two values you gave in part B, part 1. Calculate the corresponding value of y. Well, we can go with anything here, and we are going to have to use our calculator for that. Well, I'm going to try 2.5. Why not go exactly halfway in between? Okay, so now I need to go to menu, back to my normal calculating mode, and put in 2.5 cubed. Press right, minus 6 times 2.5 minus 5. And that gives me minus 4.375. State a smaller interval in which the solution lies. Well, now we see that it's negative, so I've sort of gone halfway in between. I've still got a negative, so I can see there's going to be a sign change actually between 2.5 and 3. So state a smaller interval. Sorry. I don't know if it wants an inequality here. It's only 1 mark, so maybe I'd say between x equals 2.5 and x equals 3. And we could, we've done the question now, but we could continue to narrow this down. So I could put 2.75 in. Okay, I can just go back on this. I'm expecting this to be even smaller. Okay, so yeah, minus 0.7, it's still negative. So actually, the solution is between 2.75 and 3. Maybe I try 2.85. This is called a sort of a decimal search kind of thing. Okay, so it's got to be between 2.75 and 2.85. Let's try 2.8. You can carry on narrowing it down this way. This used to be called trial and improvement. This was on the GCSE syllabus. It's positive here, so it's between 2.75 and 2.8. Can't stop now. Let's try 2.77. It's negative here, so it's between 2.77 and 2.8. I think I've had enough, but that's the way how you can narrow down and do. It's called a new way of solving an equation numerically, because it might not be possible to do it without such methods. So yeah, that's the question anyway.